Imagine a narrow strip of water barely 21 miles wide at its tightest point, where one wrong move could trigger a global economic crisis. Every day, 20% of the world's oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz, but in the high-stakes game of global power, who actually holds the keys to this gate? Today, we're breaking down the complex reality of whether U.S. influence, specifically the assertive, unpredictable approach seen during the Trump administration, can truly dominate this volatile region. In the complex landscape of global geopolitics, the Strait of Hormuz stands as a critical choke point for oil transportation, with approximately 20% of the world's oil passing through this narrow waterway. The question of whether Donald Trump could exert control over this strategic region has sparked considerable debate among analysts and political commentators, especially given the historical tensions surrounding it. Historically, the Strait of Hormuz has been a focal point of tension, particularly between Iran and the United States. Under Trump's administration, a series of policies aimed at containing Iranian influence were implemented, including the controversial withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal in 2018. This move intensified hostilities, leading to an increased military presence in the region, as the U.S. sought to counter perceived threats from Iran. Trump's approach to foreign policy has often been characterized by a blend of assertiveness and unpredictability. His administration emphasized the importance of maintaining freedom of navigation in the strait, frequently citing threats from Iran to shipping lanes. The deployment of additional naval forces during heightened tensions underscored this commitment to safeguarding maritime routes. However, the effectiveness of such military posturing raises questions about the long-term viability of control over the strait. One significant factor to consider is Iran's strategic capabilities. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, has developed a robust military presence in the region, including advanced missile systems capable of targeting vessels in the strait. Iran's ability to disrupt shipping lanes poses a substantial challenge for any foreign power attempting to assert control. The IRGC has also engaged in asymmetric warfare tactics, which complicate traditional military responses. Moreover, the geopolitical landscape is further complicated by the interests of other nations. Countries like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates rely heavily on the strait for their oil exports. Their cooperation with the U.S. is crucial for any attempt to stabilize the region. However, regional rivalries and alliances can shift rapidly, making it difficult to predict the outcomes of any U.S. intervention. The dynamics between these nations and Iran add layers of complexity to any potential U.S. strategy. In addition to military considerations, economic factors play a significant role in the dynamics of the Strait of Hormuz. The global economy is intricately tied to oil prices, and any disruption in this vital shipping lane could have far-reaching consequences. Trump's administration often emphasized the importance of energy independence for the U.S., which could influence decisions regarding intervention in the strait. The U.S. has increasingly turned to domestic energy sources, but global oil markets remain interconnected. Another aspect to consider is the international response to potential U.S. actions in the strait. The United Nations and various global powers have historically advocated for diplomatic solutions to conflicts in the region. Any aggressive move by the U.S. could face backlash, complicating efforts to maintain stability. The potential for sanctions or diplomatic isolation could deter U.S. actions, as allies and adversaries alike weigh the risks of escalation. Public opinion in the U.S. also plays a crucial role in shaping foreign policy. The American public's appetite for military engagement has waned in recent years, particularly following prolonged conflicts in the Middle East. Trump's ability to rally support for a significant military operation in the strait may be limited, especially if it risks American lives or resources. The lessons learned from past military engagements have made the public more cautious about entering new conflicts. Furthermore, the potential for escalation cannot be overlooked. Any attempt to exert control over the strait could provoke a military response from Iran, leading to a broader conflict. The lessons of past military engagements in the region serve as a cautionary tale for policymakers considering intervention. The risk of miscalculation or unintended consequences could spiral into a situation that is difficult to manage. In conclusion, while Trump's administration may have sought to assert influence over the Strait of Hormuz through military presence and diplomatic pressure, the complexities of the region present formidable challenges. Iran's military capabilities, regional alliances, economic implications, and public sentiment all factor into the equation. Ultimately, the question of whether Trump could take control of the strait remains uncertain, underscoring the intricate interplay of power dynamics in one of the world's most strategically significant waterways. The future of the Strait of Hormuz will likely depend on a combination of diplomatic efforts, military strategy, and the evolving geopolitical landscape, making it a focal point for international relations in the years to come.